Alright, we're here. Let's turn on some music. Just for the ambiance, especially since we won't have a lot going on screen. For today we are going to create some stars for WWO Live. Which I'm quite looking forward to. You know, if for those who don't know, I work on WWO Wrestling Live, which is here on YouTube and on Twitch. We do virtual wrestling shows where real people portray in-game characters to just basically book our own wrestling shows. Now, for the last couple of weeks, I had a lot of fun with 2K26, just doing matches, unlocking stuff. I want to say going through the showcase, but that wasn't too great, so I shouldn't say I enjoyed it. But it did what I had to do. And now it's time to actually stop procrastinating what I need to do, which is create characters. Now, I've created my own character. I know that one of my partners in crimes for this already created a bunch, and I'm going to continue here tonight. Now, starting a little bit later than planned because OBS decided to have an update and screw with my settings, and my laptop was crying when I tried to stream. So yeah, we're here now, and we're gonna start. And I'll be looking at this quite often for references, because like I said, we're gonna build characters based on real live people. And we're gonna start off with a very good friend of mine. He portrays the character Johnny Jackpot on WWO. He's my tag team partner. We had the tag titles for quite a good run. Lost them recently. Perhaps we're gonna win them back. Who knows? The Syndicate definitely still in contention because we were the greatest tag team of all time in WWO. So of course we are. Yeah, let's actually get down to this. Do want to say I had a lot of things to resolve since last week. I did not look at music. Normally I just go by the game sound, but there's not going to be a lot of it. I got a playlist of DMCA free music. This list is only a half hour long, so expect to hear the same song multiple times. Just a warning. Alright, we're going to start from scratch. And now one of the most annoying things is trying to get the face right. The face is something you only see ever so often during cutscenes, camera cuts, entrances for a small portion. So you need to do them well, but it's like one of the things you see the fewest of everything. And it's probably the most difficult of things to do. Now I also know that there's like the facial scan thing, and that's pretty hard when I don't have like full on face photos of people. Also, I don't really trust it because often it just looks horrendous. So we're gonna do that by scratch as well. And quite honestly, I just tend to go for something that looks close enough, because like I said, you don't see the faces too long on screen anyway. So there's no point in really trying to nail it perfectly. Now Johnny has a bit of a slimmer head. It's like more of a oval, less round. Although like the top is pretty wide, so it kind of goes like a cane, a bit like this, but not as pointy. So I think this could be a pretty solid baseline to start off on. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Face texture. It's pretty close when it comes to skin color too. He's a little bit more like this. Alright. Now the mouth needs to be a little bit wider. The ears a little bit shorter. Quite long ears, so they need to be slimmed down a bit. And also... I mean, the eyebrows and the eyes need a patch up, and there's some facial hair, but otherwise I think this is pretty close already. Like I said, with this we're not going for perfect, we're going for passable. Now the eyebrows, I think could do with being a little bit longer. So we're gonna see if we can stretch it a little bit. Now the eyebrows also need a completely different model, but that's a different setting. It's not something we're gonna do here. Not that far. Now the great thing with Johnny as well is he wears sunglasses during his entrance. So that already helps with masking some of the potential issues that we might have. I don't want to change the base of the nose because you do have different nose shapes, but I think this one's fairly decent. So I'm just gonna go with the loose points that I think need a bit patching up. Goes a little bit lower, but also a little bit more inwards. Not that much though. How does that change things? Take something like that. Make the mouth a little bit wider. Not that wide though, he's not the Joker. Speaking of the devil, he just sent a message. Actually, the sides curve a little bit down for him too. I think if we do that, we're already gonna get closer to the real thing. Yeah, I can see Johnny in that. Absolutely. Let's see. Not that far out. I think that's fairly close to Johnny. Alright, the height. Like I said, it shouldn't be as high, but I don't think that's what the height does it? think that's a vertical stretch. There's a little bit of offset on his ears. Bottom of the ears are terrible, needs to be further in. So we're gonna have to look past that. He's not an elf either. I think that'll probably do it. Okay, we'll try to lower the ears a little bit. Then the earlobes could be a bit less lengthy. So a little bit further forward, because I think that's what makes him look a bit weird too. Then the horizontal stretch. I think this is quite okay. Let's see what he's saying. It's the sneak preview of Johnny's promo. It's not gonna be very interesting for people watching now, but I haven't listened to everything, but sounds pretty good so far. Alright, that's taken care of. Also, autocorrect made the message half in Dutch, so hopefully you notice what I'm actually doing right now. That should be okay. I think we're gonna be quite okay once we add the hair and the facial hair. I think we're gonna be quite on track. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Although the face is a little bit inward, and that's not correct. Probably by head size, depth. If we have more depth, that seems better. This facial template just needs a lot more depth, that's what it is. Okay. That's the face done. Now, for height and weight. We had approximately 5'8". Then the weight was in pounds. I'm just gonna put him as light heavyweight. Some capacity. 5'8", so slightly shorter. Light heavyweight. 210. 210. What else? What else? Body type. Now I know Johnny is not that muscular, but the way with his clothes on he can pose as somewhat muscular. Not that muscular. Sorry. I think we can do this. Yeah, I think we can do this, or maybe. Yeah, let's be nice. Let's give him this. Oh, you can do separate body parts. That's cool. I forgot about that. I do it for my own character. Sure, slightly different. I think it's pretty funny that a lot of the things are classed as attire. Alright. Appearance, hair and facial hair. Johnny does actually have brown eyes. Not that much, I think. Not much, just a bit flat. Not that type of buzz cut though. Hairline's different, but that's a contender. Nope. Not entirely yet, but also close. No. That's not it either. I think definitely the one all the way at the top of the list is probably going to be the best. No, he doesn't have dreadlocks. This isn't too bad when it comes to volume and style, but like these devil horns here are way too inward. It just doesn't fit. Yes, 2K26. This is definitely short hair. Yes. Yeah. That's super short. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, do you even have hair, bro? Like, what the hell? that one. I think this one. This one. Hair's also a little bit darker. Only slightly though. No secondary color. Get some of the shine out. That should do it. Damn it. Might still be better actually. Worst thing is this actually comes pretty close to his hairstyle, but it's like it's not that far back, his hairline. Although if we do this, let's make his head a little bit less high, I guess. A little bit less height. A little bit less forehead. Need to load a forehead upper as well. What even is this? Ah, okay. I guess we can slim that in a little bit too. Give him less of that meathead head. Can we lower the head size a little bit more without deforming the face too much? I might revisit the hair at some point, but we're gonna continue for now. That's not at all annoying. tangled up in wires. Um. Okay. How thin of a 5 o'clock can we get? It's not entirely accurate. Can use this as part of it. Yeah, use this as part of it, I think. Or it is, add in the sideburns. That's a stubble. It's also pretty good. This also comes fairly close. One of the few actually doesn't always wear a shirt during his promos. This is Johnny. And he does have a bit of chest hair. So we better portray that too. Okay. For the clothing, now he did ask for a different style of clothing. Let's try and head back to that. Got it. So we're gonna go for dark blue long tights. Since the tights are never on camera during the promos, we can actually get a little bit creative with these. They don't have to resemble anything real, because they're never seen in real life. So that's cool. Nope. No sound. Just checking something. Okay. That's all in working order. Cool. Uh, because we have a lot of people that go for more like street attire when it comes to the wrestling gear, especially because they're wearing like shirts or something. Myself included. We don't get to see a lot of wrestling ties in WWO. With Johnny, we can change it. We can change that, and we can get creative. We could work with those, I think. That's boring. Building boots. Okay. Not too bad. Let's go with it. Go for dark blue. That is going to match the jacket that he's going to wear to the ring. Just a little bit satin-like. We need a material change, but the color should be fairly closely. Okay, a little bit flatter than that. We're gonna stick to the mat for all colors then at that point. This is pretty damn close. That's going to be the blue. I don't want it full on black, but we're gonna use dark gray for this bit of the attire. If we're gonna give it a taint, it's gonna have to be a little bit bluish. That's pretty cool. The thin stripe we just make plain black. Always a safe color. Yeah, I think that works. With the built-in boots, so that just makes my job a whole lot easier too. Then I guess we don't really have much to do for this anymore. We're just gonna add some elbow pads. He doesn't have elbow pads, but he's wearing a jacket and some of his promos anyway. And I think elbow pads are just gonna be the finishing touch that this is gonna need. How do we feel about mixed color? King Nigga 68 WWE. Hi, welcome. Just in the process of creating a few custom characters for a custom wrestling show. Doesn't really match the color, but yeah, that's okay. I think that looks pretty solid. Now for the actual jacket and sunglasses in his entrance gear. Gonna have to see if I can get the picture up. I haven't really prepared that, so that's on me. Glasses, let's actually try to find a similar model. Not too squared, but not too round either. Full on black. I guess. No, that's not it. Nope. These look like a fairly decent match. Those definitely don't. No. Guess we'll stick to these. Don't understand why that looks so grayish when it's supposed to be black, but yeah. There we go. As for the jacket, looks like correct model. That did not take long at all, which I don't mind. Color's nearly perfect too. That should definitely do it. Now, trying to lower the forehead somewhat, it does feel like the face has become more round, which is not what it's supposed to be. So we're gonna have to fix that. Thought maybe the sunglasses and the beard would mask it, but it only made it worse. So we're gonna have to go back to hat transformation, but that's okay. Let's have another peek. Don't want to make that too thin. This should definitely be a bit thinner though. I think that made the ears look better as well. The dosage should still be a bit shorter. While still not entirely feeling the hair, so... back to short. There were a few ones that had a decent attempt, but none of them really struck home. I think I might just go for this instead anyway. I could also do... I think I'm just gonna have to tell Johnny to get a new haircut. I think we'll take this. Okay, it's not too shiny. So we'll take the shine out. And there we have Johnny Jackpot. Alright. Personal information. You know what? Without music it actually doesn't offer much, so I'm just gonna mute the game capture. on a second. Yes, that's better. Let's see if we can make something that's gonna sound familiar enough. We're gonna have to find a Johnny. Johnny. I probably haven't had a jackpot in, I'm afraid. I'm just gonna stick with Jack. Definitely not following the structuring of nickname first name because it barely matters. Johnny Jackpot. Not gonna use spotter. Johnny Jackpot. That should work. Alright. Something a bit brash. Not that we even use the menu screen pose as much, but at least makes it less boring to look at when filming the matches. Sure. He's currently a babyface. He's very prideful. He's somewhat respectable, but he also has a temper. Kind of perseverant to a fault. Loyal, definitely loyal. This character is super loyal. Bold. Yep. I don't feel like he's disciplined at all. He's an aggressor. Is it England or United Kingdom? That's the question. England. I think Manchester's probably nearest, so we'll take that. Crowd signs. Yeah. Haven't prepared any customs. That's okay though. That's something you said in the promo once. Do we have any gambling inspired signs? I'd hope so. Not really super interesting, this is. No, I'm gonna stick to generic. Sure. We're gonna go for the tag me in. Something we don't see often. Tag me in. Cool. Fighting style. He's a high flyer. And let's see, statistics. Johnny hasn't been in WWO too long, but he has been quite successful. So I'm thinking around 79 to 82 range, maybe 83. I think that's fair. With that said, I'm gonna lower the arm power a little bit to trade it for the leg power. The running offense up a little bit. Can have slightly better technical submission. Because my character has always been about technique, and you know, we've been training together, so that fits. Always think very high aerial reversal is a little bit boring, so we're gonna tone that down a bit. Lower the arm durability, raise the body durability. Spin escape can go up a little. Stamina can go up. $79. Okay. Anything I want to revisit? Maybe we'll up the leg power a little bit extra. Yeah. Saving complete. Now we still have plenty to do before he's ready for uploading. Although I'll be uploading post-stream. Okay. Moveset. We're not gonna do too much. But yeah, we're talking about a high flyer. Light heavyweight high flyer, not really a luchador because there's a difference between a luchador and a high flyer. Probably could go with one of the Motor City Machine Guns. Let's actually just open them first. It's probably for the best. Copy from Superstar. I think we might go with Chris Sabin. Wouldn't be too bad. Just want to make sure there are proper springboards involved. You see, it could go for Seth Rollins or Shawn Michaels, but I always find it boring. That's what everyone goes for. Rob Van Dam is too obvious as well. We could do Ray Phoenix, but that's like more proper luchador, not really what we're gonna go for here. Noam Dar could actually be interesting. I think I'm gonna go with Chris Sabin. Yeah, no. Chris Sabin. We're gonna take over everything except these. Alright, so for the signature we have a float over DDT, and for the finisher we have a code breaker. Do we actually have something called a float over DDT, or do we need to get creative? Probably would have to look by running attacks as well. Not that fast, jeez. Yeah, for a signature we'll go with the faster one. Can use that running and standing in front, cool. Then we're gonna have a bunch. The DDT doesn't really float over though. No. Shouldn't have done like that. Not a Moonsault DDT. Tornado DDT. There we go. That's more like it. I'm also gonna add a few springboards. One in the corner we can add too. What's a torpedo DDT? That's that one. Also pretty fun, actually. Hmm. I think this is it for our signatures. We have one more Tornado DDT. Cool. Wonderful. Now, we're gonna favorite this. Second can be none. The first can be the float over DDT. Number 3. Then we don't have to search. I'm very glad they added the favorites bar. Okay, that's the signatures. Now finishers. Cradle Shock. Yeah, no. Instead, we'll have a Code Breaker. And actually started calling them Code Breakers again a couple of years ago, because first it would be like Double Knee Face Buster. That was after Chris Jericho just left. But yeah. Simple but effective. Do we have any springboard options for him as well? Don't think we will. Doesn't look like it, but that's okay. We don't need that many. Nah, we're good. Also gonna save this. Get the Code Breaker in. Codebreaker as a ladder finisher. Do we have anything DDT-like that we can use? Because we're gonna have to use the Hurricane Rana and the reverse STO. Now for the Rumble, we have definitely not a DDT. We'll also use the Hurricane Rana. Why not? Now this definitely has to be a Codebreaker if we ever pull that off. I think Spear makes most sense because you don't have to carry someone. Butterfly DDT for now. Don't need it too over dramatic. Nice and fast. No, I don't want most of the... Let's see, that's all good. That's good. Not gonna do too much with that. I just want to make sure that we don't have... Yeah, you see? That would be a little bit too much. Because it's supposed to be a signature, so I don't want to see it as normal moves. I think a forearm smash would suffice. Sling Blade would be cool. Bit much, right? Yeah, not gonna do that. Quite honestly, I kind of want to see this. It needs to be the running though. Makes more sense if it's the running one. You're not allowed to do it as the running one. Okay, cool. I guess screw momentum, right? That's too luchador-y. Want to keep the line a little bit between those. That's fun. Hi, Jeremy. Um, the only way I can answer that is screw you. Yeah, yeah. I think screw you is the answer that suffices. Now I'm working on Johnny first. I created the character, just going over the moveset, but I find that the pre-made movesets lack in the springboard department, so I'm definitely gonna add a few of those. Simple moonsault. Light drops look so weird, man. Yeah. How's your stream going? Yeah, yeah. I finally finished my own character. Took a while. Thanks. I just happened to stumble upon the new gear. Just kind of happened. Well, you know, you mentioned Alicia. That's on you, buddy. I, eh. So extra. I think that suffices. Alright. Now for an entrance. Good. And you can also see Johnny's new gear. You want to be more blue. Still not convinced about the head shape though. The Bayman's Finest isn't actually a bad entrance for Johnny either. Just put stream safety mode on, man. That's all you have to do. Then anyone can be a Scully. Doesn't matter. I uploaded that to the drive, yeah. I still need to green screen Johnny's. He sent a promo just as I went live. Are we gonna give Johnny Christian's entrance? Wouldn't even mind that too much. I need to fix the head. The head's not right. The head's still too round. Yeah, screw it. We'll give him Christian. How good is your background removal if it's not green screen? Just wondering. Okay. It's like 2.5 minutes, so shouldn't take too long. I think I'll probably keep it this way. When you go over the show rundown, please ask Kelly what the result is gonna be for the 3-on-3 and make sure he uses the right promo that I've uploaded. Cool. Yeah, I think Johnny's done. Except for the damn head. I'm gonna have to fix the head. It's just it needs to be a little bit thinner around the jaw. Less round. But it's being really stupid. Yeah, fair enough. Not that mine is amazing, but it tends to do the job decently well. Jaw fullness. How's that if we lower that? Now if we head to attire, it's still a bit too round. Creating the faces has been a little bit more difficult, I feel, on Duca 26. I think it looks kind of better though. I'm just gonna send you a picture on Discord, Jeremy. Let me know what you think, if this is close enough. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I think it's close enough, finally. That's cool. You should definitely share a picture in the WWO Discord for that. Let's upload them. Yay, we got a character. I also figured for Cal, I was thinking of creating Cal as well, to just have the entire syndicate done for this stream. But since Cal always wears that shirt with like the text, I really don't want to recreate that. Probably just gonna take a screenshot of that, of one of his videos, and then just upload it as an image and just pop it on there. Try to match the color of the shirt to it, and just do it like that. I haven't done that yet, so I don't have the image to actually do that. So not yet. And I spent more... yeah, definitely. Before I definitely succeeded. I'm gonna work on my favorite Jobber character. That would of course be a Sinister Natan. Gonna give him a little update as well. Face doesn't matter. Body type. He's a big dude. Don't make him too muscular because he's only a prison dude after all, but definitely do this. There we go, that's a Sinister Natan physique. I cannot remember how tall I made him. But I'll make him 6'1". And 280. What gives? Want to give him a little bit of an updated look compared to last year. I already had something in mind. Need something that can pass for like overall trousers. I'm not gonna make the ding dongs, no. Guess these will have to do. More of a cloth finish. Jeez, that's bright. I'm glad to see them whenever you get them finished. It's probably the best. There's in the back. Let's see what we can find. See, a couple of singlets. I just don't believe Nathan would tuck in his shirt in his trousers. He would just not care about that. There aren't a lot of great options otherwise. Sure. What else do we give him? Place these on the back. There we go. Now the great thing with this is because he no longer has like the overall parts on the top of his. It's okay if it doesn't match what he used to have. No, not gonna use that one. I'm gonna keep it simple for now. This is definitely not a new shirt, so it's a bit grayed out. I kind of want the color gray that makes it look like it was supposed to be white, but it just hasn't been washed well. Definitely want to hear the music too. Absolutely. I'll give him his trusty hockey mask. What was the full-on hockey mask, was it? Not sure if the correct one might have been on head accessories. Nope, definitely not head accessories. Face covers. That's more like it. Sorry. Let's see. Pause a little bit. To make it a bit darker. Reverse these. You won't see them too clearly, but you can definitely see them up close, so that's cool. I don't necessarily need to know, it just make sure that Scully uses the right promo for the right outcome. Uploaded two different ones for each outcome. It kind of says on the drive which one you have to use and when. We'll be able to see those. So what are your thoughts on the new Sinister Nathan? I think I said Hamburg, Germany. Don't remember though. Sure. Good. Glad to hear that. I feel like there's quite a heavy big delay on the chat for some reason. It shouldn't, but there is. I'll answer him in a second. Did he actually wrote? Let's see, we're not going to give him too high an overall because he's only going to be a Jabba character. Definitely going to have some good arm power. Leg power can be less. Grapple offense should be good. Running offense should be decent. Can jump to save his life. Have you seen the amount of wounds in his body and arms? There's no way those are durable. $76 sounds good to me. Just quickly gonna reply to Scully. There we go. So Nathan's moveset is very easy. It's just Abyss. Probably will be looking at upping the overalls for both your character and Quattro. I think it should be higher. It was just mean and dead looking. Nah, don't want to have the sumo posing. But on that it would have been perfect. Alright, man. Good luck. Speak to you soon. Ooh, Watsumon is perfect. You would never be double champ, so that's okay. And the entrance. On request, we're gonna go with Big Boss Man. Is he even in the game anymore? That's actually... Let's look at what his entrance is called. Big Boss Man entrance 2K26. Let's see. Cobb County Enforcer. Okay. I'm on templates again. Was the other Cobb County enforcer? One. One's the way to go. And he can also have... that as his championship motion. Alright, so admittedly that took a little bit longer than anticipated. But that's okay. Alright, we've done 2. I still have plenty more to go, and I do mean plenty. But yeah, we got Johnny done, and I kind of wanted to show it just in case anyone's watching or will be watching this back. We have Johnny right here. Kind of want to have him in the suit attire because that's what the picture has too, with the sunglasses. It's gonna be pretty hard to show. Let's try it anyway. Make the webcam a bit bigger. Alright. Then we have Johnny and his character. I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, we've made Johnny, which is a real person, into a character, and we get Sinister Nathan, who's just an extra, but he's a fun extra to have around. Yeah, I took more time on Johnny than I honestly anticipated. It's already been 2 hours for the live stream, but hey, that's okay. I'm gonna have to call it quits for today. It's been long enough. And yeah, it's been another good Friday night just chilling around in 2K26. For next week, I'm gonna see if I have more music than just this. Need to set something together. That's for sure. But anyway, of course, if you have been watching, I see that the vertical stream has actually been working, which is nice. Yeah, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to check out WWO Wrestling Live. The channel is tagged in the descriptions of both live streams, both horizontal and vertical, so you can check it out. And see you again next week. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.